All right, boys, week 13.
She almost in the books.
I was going to say, we still have a huge game, possibly game of the week tonight. Patriots and Bills.
No, that was not.
Well, almost game of the week, but let's be real for a second. Is it going to be better than the Steelers versus Ravens game?
If you're a Steelers fan, absolutely not.
Nah.
Absolutely not.
I mean, okay, so obviously this game, both of these teams are headed. I'm not trying to just talk about the Steelers here. Both of these teams are like front runners right now to try to get maybe the first round bye, with the Ravens losing.
For
right?
what?
Oh yeah, for the Bills
For the AFC, like
you're
for
saying the
playoffs.
Bills and Patriots trying to
Bills
get
and
first round bye.
Patriots. Yeah. So like, I don't know if this has any implications for us unless one of these teams really.
Well, the thing
fall off.
about it is, like, we beat the Bills, so somehow the Patriots win the division. For any reason, it would come to if the Bills lost a few more games, it would come to that tiebreaker.
Who'd ever thought we might be rooting for the Patriots to win? Eh?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's
That's
a weird
pretty
season
I
we
feel
live
like
in.
I can't do it though. I can't do it.
Yeah. First thing, Thursday night game was the Cowboys Saints. I mean, the Cowboys, it was a 10-point win, but the Saints we watched it.
The Saints didn't really show like they really had much of a chance. Of course, Taysom Hill, that's the main story.
He was getting destroyed, man. He was.
He did his best.
He ran the ball kind of decent.
He went over
but
100 yards.
Yeah,
100 yards?
Yeah.
So he got ripped open. I personally don't feel like it was all his fault. I mean, number one, his finger, he's thrown with a splint on his finger.
That's what I'm saying. To me, I'm more impressed by the Saints than the Cowboys, dude. The Cowboys should have handled this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's also a Thursday night game. You're
Right.
expecting a lower point total, which
Well, I don't get it, too, because the Cowboys were up, and I think it was like the fourth quarter to run the clock out. They're passing the ball. They only wasted like a minute and just gave the ball back to the Saints. Dan Quinn was like subbed in for the head coach.
Hey, he
He put that hat on backwards like a little D-bag.
An interesting development though
Uh-oh.
is Tony Pollard after getting that 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Like
What are we developing here?
you gotta almost gotta rest Zeke at this point. There's been speculation they were gonna do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Jerry Jones went out and said, "Oh, we're not resting Ezekiel Elliott." Well, I mean, how many yards?
Look,
did Zeke rush
I mean-
for?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
I mean, you don't really. I mean, just split the carries a little bit and keep both of them healthy going into the
But here's the
playoffs.
thing. If you're a guy getting 7 carries plus the targets as a receiving back that Pollard's getting,
Yeah.
and you're getting close to 100 yards a game and a touchdown, you're averaging that as a backup.
Yeah, I mean, he's spectacular. He's the best backup in the league, is he not?
Plus, he's got that breakaway speed that I just don't think with that bone
probably.
bruise that Zeke has that he can do right now. And that's not to say he can't do it when it comes to playoffs or something, but give him the rest he needs. He low-key needs it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, real quick, we'll talk about what Washington won. I mean, they're kind of...
that was a nice, really
They're second
close.
now in that division. It's a 2-game lead by the Cowboys. That division is tighter than I thought it would end up being.
Fourth straight win.
Yeah. Whoever thought that, with how it started, that they're... I mean... Are we giving Washington a chance? Is there a chance?
I think I am because you look at
At this point, I didn't really respect them after this. I picked the Raiders to win, but I mean, they're getting it done, dude. That you win 4 straight, that's nothing to ignore.
Yeah.
And they've been against decent teams, some of them.
Buccaneers.
Yeah. So
Panthers. Well, I mean.
Yeah.
But Seahawks are a decent team. Raiders are a decent team. We're talking about teams here that are in the playoffs.
yeah, they're getting it done. So I should give them a little bit more respect at this point.
I mean, they're in the They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right now.
They're in right now. Yeah.
How the heck did that? I mean, 4 wins in a row is going to get you there, but I didn't think they're going to be able to pull off 4 wins in a row with how they started.
I think we could see a Cowboys team fall flat against them coming up next week.
Oh yeah, they have 2 games versus each other in the next 3 weeks.
If they at least split those 2 games, I think we see Washington sneak in as another wild card team for the 2nd year in a row.
I say they're in. Right
they're
now.
in it now. I could definitely see
So,
them doing that.
They
Yeah.
definitely need to split. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to win 2 games versus the Cowboys.
I still
but-
think the Cowboys will win the division, but if somehow they don't, that's probably the biggest disappointment. To be
that would be a fail.
Dallas
That would be a
organization,
fail, bro. Yeah,
that would be so bad. I expect them to still win it, but man, they're cutting it too close, in my opinion.
You know what's crazy? If the Raiders would have won this game, their record would have been really good. They would have been 7-4.
Mm-hmm.
That's how.
Yeah.
Obviously the really good start, and now they're falling off a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of, but they're still in the playoff hunt.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
Everybody's
There's so
in the playoff
much
hunt
competition here in the AFC for the Raiders. I don't have them making the playoffs with all these other teams. Do you guys have any confidence in the Raiders?
No, not with the Chargers, the
To slide
Colts,
into the
even
playoffs?
like
And your
Steelers.
family, too.
God bless you and your family, Frank. I apologize.
What else? We got the Cardinals and Bears. The weather was pretty trash.
And
I
the
seen that
Cardinals still
game.
found a way to put up a ton of points.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins back, Kyler Murray back.
Yep.
They look like their
Yep.
old self again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good to
I
know
don't-
that
I
it
mean,
wasn't like a
Arizona
trap game.
again. We all say it. They're the only team I see that's like so consistent. Like I don't see them not getting the #1 seed. The Packers could still get it.
No,
I mean,
you definitely
oh,
could
yeah,
It's
get
a
it.
tight race for that, but
that defense for the Packers is so inconsistent, though.
yeah, the
Oh,
Packers are
it's-
inconsistent.
That's why.
team
That's
in
why I
general.
have the Cardinals as the #1 team over the Packers.
They're the most consistent team.
Right.
And here's
Yeah.
the thing. Are we agreed that the Cardinals are probably just going to finish out their division? I mean,
Yeah, I think.
Like finish at the top of the division.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Rams are
Yeah, I would
probably.
I'd
I mean,
say
I'm not
so.
saying the Rams are done playoff wise, but
No, they'll make the playoffs, but yeah, the division.
they're not coming back in the division race, right?
I don't
Speaking of the Rams,
Oh wow, what a parlay that was, Frank. I love it. Rams versus Jaguars.
37-7 did what they needed to do. They needed to have a win like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Stafford got hurt at some point in that
he
game.
came back. He's
Okay.
all right.
Hey,
He's good.
hey, remember in that video whenever I said Rams by 30?
That happened.
Yo,
Let's
hey,
go.
Here's the problem, though.
What?
That's a push.
Hey, still, I wasn't going for a
Oh,
push.
you're
I
going
was,
for 29 and a
I was
half.
just
No,
going to be
They
dead on,
needed
baby.
a win like that because hopefully that gives them some type of boost going forward.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
They were not looking impressive at all to me the past few weeks.
Interesting note, though. Sony Michel, 24 rushes for 121 yards.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Was Henderson hurt?
I don't think Henderson was. Well, Henderson might have been banged up, and they might have been giving him a week off or
I was
something.
gonna say because he's been doing solid all year. Like
Maybe Sony
Little
was
bit
just
of a
popping.
surprise.
I guess I don't know.
Cooper Kupp doing Cooper Kupp things. Question: is Cooper Kupp wide receiver of the year?
Yes. Who else
Yeah.
would be there?
yeah,
I mean, you could argue maybe Deebo Samuel could be up there.
Yeah,
'Cause,
but
like,
now
I think
Debo's going to be
Debo
out for the
missed
next.
this
He's going to
year.
be out for the next 2 weeks. I think.
Yeah, I
Debo
mean
is.
now he's not. I mean,
I
up to this point, he.
I don't know. I haven't seen stats, but Cup kind of fell off a little bit, but the whole team did. Maybe the past
I
few
feel
weeks.
I feel like Cup's stats have probably still been pretty good.
Yeah, then I would say he's probably the best of the year.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the one year where it might not even be a question with who's the #1 wide receiver.
I think Kupp's a very big surprise this year too. Though.
Right.
Like for the production he's put out, he's a surprise. But like,
Yeah. I'm
You
trying
know-
to think of like another receiver. I mean, I always think of Devontae Adams. Always
Devontae
think of
Adams is
Devontae
still there.
I mean,
But
Justin Jefferson has had a pretty.
Oh,
solid
Justin
year.
Justin
Jefferson's a
Jefferson's
good
up
shout.
there,
He had a
too.
massive game this week. We'll talk about that.
Diggs
Wasn't enough.
I mean, Diggs doesn't necessarily have the yards,
Yeah,
but he
he
has
had-
the touchdowns and like the route
Yeah.
running. for it.
Stephon. He
has
started
the
really
touchdown
slow,
stats
man.
for
He
it.
started really slow this year.
Well, Chargers Bengals. Look, the Chargers almost kind of shot themselves in the foot. They had a lot of turnovers, but they pretty much doubled up still somehow.
It was a weird game. First quarter and a half, they're like, "Hey, we're just gonna literally keep our foot on the gas, go up by
Look,
over 20."
That's what
points.
happens. Like last week, the Broncos stomped on the Chargers because the Chargers had a good win against the Steelers. Last week, Bengals dominate the Steelers. Chargers come in like
That's why the Vikings versus Steelers game is scary.
yeah.
I wish we could bring up the clip of quite possibly the dumbest minute and a half of what the Bengals did yesterday, where they were going to go for two, got the called a
yeah,
timeout.
that was bad.
Called a timeout.
Yep.
Then got
delay
a
game.
false start.
Delay game.
Delay game.
Yep.
Delay game.
Which is even worse.
That's worse. Yeah.
If you false start, we're not even talking about it.
Backs up 5 yards.
You call a
Backs up
timeout
5
to
yards.
reset the play clock,
Joe
and then you
was
get
sitting
delayed.
right
game.
there in the living room before we're leaving for the Steeler game and
Oh,
goes,
that was
"Man,
funny.
Matt, watch, he's gonna miss this."
Oh, man.
Misses it. And
He
we're
did.
just like,
that was
"What?"
the biggest fail, dude,
Bro,
I've seen.
We
and
fell
that,
out of our chair.
yeah, that was
Oh, it
crazy.
was so funny.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have a dominate and win, and then the next week. That's why I picked the Chargers to win this game. I was
Yeah.
like, the Bengals ain't going to do that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, but again, the Chargers they let the Bengals get back within 2 points.
Oh, and then they just took.
I know, because the Chargers, they had like two big fumbles. I mean,
And then they turned the Jets back on again.
Yeah.
But
and yeah,
But
these are two teams that just could be inconsistent.
the weird thing, though, was whenever the Bengals started coming back, it was right after Joe Burrow dislocated his pinky. Whenever you thought it would really be over. And then they started making a surge, which was kind of weird, but it ended up not mattering.
I think they were saying it was like Russell Wilson's injury. Like it was mallet finger.
That's a different finger. He dislocated his pinky finger.
Yeah. So like, there's not like the. I guess there's not the tendon in it or something, or
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
I might be thinking of a different player that got it this week.
Yeah,
I think I'm thinking of somebody different.
Dolphins, Giants. Dolphins won 20-9. I mean, Minshew? Is that the backup for the Giants?
Minshew Mania.
No.
Or is that another team?
No, Mike Glennon was the backup for the Giants. Then he proceeded to get a concussion, and then I couldn't tell you who the backup quarterback was at that point.
Oh, he got hurt.
Yeah, he suffered a concussion yesterday.
Oh, sugar.
The Dolphins, I mean, they're 6-7 right now. Are they out of it?
No.
They've won.
No, they're
straight.
not.
They started the season 1-7.
That's what I said. We said it was too little too late, but now.
I mean, the teams like in the hunt are 7-5. The ones that are in the playoffs and in the hunt, and then they're 6-7. I mean, it's not.
You're not out of it.
It's hard because the teams above them.
It's tough. So they could finish at best at 10-7, which would be probably get you in.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
With the 3 wild card spots right now?
The problem is, can you expect them to win 8 games in a row?
No.
That's a lot.
Well, here's the thing. Their schedule
at?
is very interesting.
Let's hear it.
They get the Jets.
Okay.
The Saints.
Okay.
The Titans.
All right.
And then the Patriots to end the year.
Man,
you could argue.
It's doable.
You could argue that 3 of those games are winnable games.
Plus the Patriots. What if they're not going to try the last week?
They might.
Right.
But have we known Bill Belichick to do that with the first round bye?
I can't see them. I can't see any team having that big of a gap
with
to
one
sit their
first
players.
round bye on the line. I don't think Bill Belichick sits anybody.
I mean, well, correct. That is correct.
I don't see them having that big of a game lead to do that.
Wouldn't be the first time the Dolphins beat the Patriots in the final week of the season to make the playoffs.
Yeah, if the Dolphins managed to do that would be
story
of the year to me. They started 1-7.
Like that would literally
crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
Here's my question: if that happens, that coach probably wins Coach of the Year, right? I mean, to coach a team that went 0-7, was it 0-7 the first?
Oh man,
they're 1-7. They were
question.
1-7, and then they've won 5 straight since.
That's a really valid
Is it
argument.
5 straight? I thought it was 6.
5. It says here won 5 straight games since starting 1-7.
Wow, man, I don't know though, because normally they give Coach of the Year to a team that's just been
good the whole year.
Really good the whole year. But dang, I tell you what, I've never seen a team do anything like that before. Like that's freaking insane. I'd put him in the consideration.
Oh yeah, I'd put him. If you're going by finalists for it, probably top 3.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about actual Minshew mania real quick. Eagles versus Jets.
That was a close game.
First half was a close game.
Yeah, because Jets had the lead for quite a while in that game.
Oh no, it was back and forth
quarter.
touchdowns.
First quarter, there was 4
touchdown.
Oh yeah, like every single drive was, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then I guess the Jets just cooled off a little bit. Eagles kept the pedal going, and the Eagles got a win that they needed to get.
Yeah, they're 6-7.
So
that loss against the Giants, man.
So yeah, I mean you definitely rather be the Eagles at 6-7 in the NFC than the Dolphins at 6-7 in the AFC, right?
Yeah, because
I'm sure they have a game versus Washington left.
Washington's in the wild card, so I guess so. Yeah, probably.
So you'd probably rather be them.
Yeah,
but I feel like the Dolphins have a better chance to do something though than the Eagles.
Their defense is crazy good.
Yeah, but here's my question: Is Tua gonna do this again next year? Though that's the thing. Are they gonna? Here's the thing: if they go 500 after doing what they did to start the year,
you
got to give Tua another.
Well, yeah,
shot.
that's the thing about the Dolphins now.
that
Tua's getting his job saved right now with all these wins.
He's saving his job.
Getting.
I think he's had a good enough season.
Yeah, their defense is carrying them.
Well,
they put him in good field position. How many times?
They're making it really easy.
Good for him. He's getting it done still. He still needed to get it done on Tua's end.
Here's what I think. Give Tua a running back and let him just control the flow of the game.
Can I just say something real quick?
What?
Imagine if the Dolphins ended up getting Deshaun Watson and then they ripped off this win streak. Everybody would be thinking Deshaun Watson's the greatest ever.
Imagine he lost.
Oh, Deshaun Watson.
Imagine they got him and he lost some of these games.
Dang.
Oh,
well, we'd have never known this would have
Imagine that.
happened.
Imagine that, dude. Oh, man.
Hey, way to go, Jets, though. You know, you fans, I know you want your team to lose. I probably would. What's the point of winning?
Yeah.
So now on to a team that really just is not doing well.
Uh-oh.
The Texans.
The Texans.
Hey, Colts. Do what you had to do. 31-0. I love it.
I don't
Go,
even,
baby.
Do we even talk about the Texans anymore?
No.
Who are officially the first shocker of the year. They are the first team eliminated.
Hey,
from
how about a
playoff
round of applause for
contention.
the Texans? Hey.
Wait, even the Lions are
The
still...
Lions, I believe the Lions are still in a playoff contention. I believe so.
Holy crap. There's no way.
Is that it?
Really?
I think a loss yesterday would have knocked them out, but I'm trying to do some math.
At 6-10-1, could they make it? That's ridiculous.
Uh,
I don't know.
There's no way.
I'm gonna check the standings. Let me check the
There's no
standings real
way.
quick. Let me
If
check
so, that
out
just
closer.
shows you NFC. I don't know, man.
Because what's Washington's record?
I don't know.
They have 6 wins, don't
6
they?
and 7.
Yeah, the Lions are still technically able to make the playoffs. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Wow, good for you, Houston. Wow, that is
Wow.
impressive.
How does that even work?
No,
Well, yeah, I mean, if-
Washington 6 and 6.
Oh well,
Washington loses out.
because the bottom
Lions
two
win
wildcard
out.
teams are 6 and 6.
Yeah.
That
If
is-
one of those
How
teams
through
wins,
tiebreakers, though, because they've lost so many games, are they not out?
you know why?
I don't know.
Because they beat the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Speaking of, the Lions get their
Oh.
first win of the year. Let's go!
Lions!
Yay!
Hey.
Honestly,
Hey, thank God, because now that Steelers tie, that won't be the only thing that's
the
Right.
ending
staring
of
at
that
you.
game, though, like we were at the Steeler game when this happened, but like we saw different clips and stuff. Like we were getting videos sent to us. The end of that game was actually crazy.
Yeah, I seen
First
the Vikings go up, and I was like, okay, this is probably over.
The Lions on their own 20, going for it on 4th and 1. Don't hate
I mean,
the
they're
fact that they
desperate.
went
They're
for it.
desperate. They want to win.
I don't
right?
hate that.
Let me say, any other team, stupid.
Yeah.
Your Lions, you literally
Like,
have
what do you
nothing to
have to
Yeah,
lose.
you have
lose,
nothing.
yeah.
Well, technically, they did have something to lose because if they lost, they are no longer in playoffs.
yeah,
so,
Okay, I guess.
but no, I don't hate the play call. Well, no, I hate the play call. I don't hate the fact you went for 2 or went for
On 4th down on your own
4th.
20.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds so stupid.
It sounds dumb.
It sounds so
but
dumb.
like,
on
here's the
surface.
thing: you have about 3 minutes left on the clock. I
Right.
think it was.
And you got to remember too, they were up by 2 points, not 3.
yeah, if you hold the Vikings out of the end zone, you would still be left with either a timeout or like a minute 20. You could get to the 30-yard line and kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it? Probably
Yeah.
not. I'm saying it because it's the Lions. We've seen how bad their kicker has been sometimes. It's okay. Doesn't really matter. So here's the thing. If you get that, it's game over. If
Yeah.
you don't,
You know, the
Vikings
more and
probably
more
win the game. But man, what a drive by! First off, good kick return to get you guys at the 49 to start the drive.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the big deal right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Second off, Jared Goff.
Oh, he's
I'm-
so good.
You know what? I'm happy for the city of Detroit. I'm happy.
That's what's sad.
because they've been through a lot
Dude,
of stuff this past.
I
like,
seen
few
when they
months.
won the game, and you would think they won the Super Bowl. It's just,
Dude,
it's
fans
so
of the players
sad
or what?
seeing
Okay.
that.
Who
The
was
coach of-
happier? Who
Oh.
was happier? The Lions and their fans, or us last night when we watched the Baltimore Ravens lose to the Steelers?
I don't know. I mean,
love that. Love
At least
that.
for us, it's legitimate. For the Lions, it's just embarrassing.
I mean, no, I think it's legitimate too for the Lions.
oh, I mean,
I mean, you celebrate every
Well,
win
yeah, for the
because-
players, because, dude, your team would go down in history as being the first ever team in a 17-game season to not win
to
a
go
single one.
16-1.
Yeah. So, I mean, 0-16-1.
yeah, you're right. That
Is that worse than in like 0-16, or is that like same?
probably the same.
I think it's
Same.
I think it's worse.
Because it can technically get worse.
Oh yeah,
But you don't want to be known for that
No,
ever.
you
You don't
don't.
want to be a part of that team. So
No.
yes, man. Do you get? I mean, I don't know.
I'm just happy.
I
It's
don't
one of those
know.
things you get really excited, and then
That's
reality
like-
hits you like, oh yeah, we still suck.
That's like a sarcastic like cheer. That's what I be doing. Like, oh, we don't suck that
I will
bad.
say, if you can celebrate winning your first game of the year, at least have it be at home
Yeah.
where you can like
Hey,
legitimately like be happy for it.
you're
Like,
the Lions, so you don't really get to make those decisions.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, they're football players. They have they
Hey.
they have emotions too.
Crazy enough, though, apparently a lot of people were picking Lions to win this game.
They were
Right?
all over the place.
Yeah.
It was yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we
I-
talked about it here, and I was
If you're a
like,
Vikings fan, that probably didn't feel too good.
yeah, no. But and then whenever that came to reality, oh, no, that's pretty bad. Alexander Madison had a really good game. Justin Jefferson had a marvelous game.
But I think that's only because Dalvin Cook. Nothing against Justin Jefferson. I think he had a monster game because Thielen went down early.
He
and
was,
there was no Dalvin Cook.
they had to rely on him.
Yeah, but
Right.
he did his thing.
Right,
Step up.
but like who cares? They lost, so
Yeah, ain't on him. It's on
right.
it's
That's
on the
like
defense.
that's also like George Kittle on the 49ers versus the Seahawks.
Yeah,
monster game.
Monster game.
Team lost.
In the first half, I remember seeing this actually before we went to the game. It was their first 5 drives into the Lions territory. Like, one of them was a kick, and like there was like
Oh,
3
I know what you're
turnovers or
talking
something
about. I've
wild.
seen that.
Like, they should have blown them out in the first quarter, but the Lions just
Right.
forced the turnovers and
Right.
stuff.
So I think they made it to the red zone 4 or 5 times. Had to punt one time, got a turnover, ended up with like 2 field goals, and that's it.
I think it was a missed field goal, not a punt, because
Yeah.
you don't make it to the red zone and punt.
All right. Bucks and Falcons.
I mean,
don't know,
pretty much.
30-17.
I-
Pretty much what happened is what I think we thought was going to happen. Right? This is exactly what happened the first time they played each other, almost.
Yeah, it was kind of close at first, and then the Bucks kind of came away with it. I don't get Tom Brady threw the ball an insane amount of times to start that
20
game.
sometimes in the first quarter.
Why?
He's on pace for 80 throws.
Like why?
I don't know. Probably because it was working.
I guess.
But it's-
I mean, 4 touchdowns, it definitely worked.
Yeah. So
Holy
Chris Godwin actually set a franchise record for receptions. I believe it was
Maybe,
with
yeah.
15.
holy crap.
Yeah, dude kind of went bonkers out there, kinda. But not kinda. He went bonkers out there. Leonard Fournette's been like fabulous.
Insane. Like I said, I have him on my fantasy team, and my dude is nice.
Oh yeah,
He is
he's
nice
good.
with it.
He's good. He's getting his opportunity.
He's a receiving back. That's what makes him freaking nice. I don't even think he did that great yesterday running the ball. He only had 44 yards.
Yeah.
But receiving, he had 48 yards and a tutty.
What are you staring at me like that
I'm
for?
remembering who I could have had in Dynasty now with a trade instead of
Oh gosh.
Mostert.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's tough, kids. That's why I don't gamble.
Life's tough, but it's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
Trade looks better in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. The Falcons, I mean, Matt Ryan, 30 for 41, 297, but no touchdown passes. I mean, that's the story for me right there, is that they just cannot, they have no weapons on offense.
I mean, Russell Gage had a very good game.
Yeah.
11
Russell Gage,
for
freaking
130, but
Kyle Pitts, I mean, 7 targets, 4 catches. It's his rookie year. I mean,
Yeah, tight ends normally
He's
takes
doing
him
all right,
like
in
2
my
3
opinion.
years. So I feel like Kyle Pitts is absolutely ahead of the 8 ball on that. I mean,
yeah, I think he's doing
good.
pretty solid. I don't know. There's really not much else to say. I mean, the Falcons are the Falcons. I
And
mean,
the Bucks are a really good team.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the Falcons were holding up. I mean, they were impressing me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and they impressed me
They did.
last time they played each other too
So
for a little bit.
now that whole division is 5-7, except the Bucks are 9-3.
they're pretty weird. Yeah, I'm gonna say no way any of those teams make the playoffs, right?
They shouldn't.
No way.
Probably Buccaneers easy. Buccaneers probably have.
Yeah, I mean, like slip into the wild card though.
I mean,
like-
right now there's 2. Like the 49ers have the 7th seed, and then there's the Eagles and the Vikings in the hunt, and then the Panthers, Falcons, and Saints back to back to back.
Yeah.
I don't see
Yeah.
the Vikings making either.
Oh, the game next week with the 49ers and 49ers Bengals is such a huge game for both the NFC and AFC.
Yeah.
Like it is a big game, man.
Every game here on out, man.
Yeah.
I think the playoffs are starting like now for some of these teams.
Oh,
like the
absolutely.
Steelers. I mean,
Absolutely.
these games this year is tighter than any season, I think, in my opinion.
But you
Yeah.
love it though. Like that's the beauty.
Yeah,
what
we
makes
don't
it
know what's
great.
going to happen. We do. I have no clue how this season
Really speaks to the parity of the NFL.
Right. Like in AFC, we don't know. There's not a front runner for number
I
one.
mean, the Patriots are the number 1 seed. Who the heck seen that coming?
Right, and freaking nobody.
It's depressing.
Did Patriots fans see that coming? No, they're
No.
probably mad that they drafted Mac Jones.
Yeah, honestly.
Why would they be what?
I don't know. Not mad they drafted Mac Jones.
They probably
disappointed they couldn't get one of the other rookies. Maybe.
I wouldn't be disappointed if I. Oh wait, I wouldn't be disappointed if I had Mac Jones.
Yeah, me neither. I wish he was on the Steelers. What? I'd take him on the Steelers.
They built Bill Belichick.
I mean,
learn that under Ben for a little bit.
Devin Bush in a first rounder for Mac Jones.
all right. Well, that's not gonna happen.
What else?
Kidding.
Yeah, tight. It's tight. Do we have any other games?
Yeah, 49ers Seahawks.
Hey, you said
That was close.
you called that one. Seahawks won that game. I mean,
That
the way the
was-
Seahawks have been playing the past 3-4 weeks has just been embarrassing.
Yeah, it's been gross, and that's kind of why I picked it. Is because how long are you going to get embarrassed for with like a team that should be decent, and it's a divisional game. I mean, the games like this have just been happening all year.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it, but I don't understand how they won with the way George Kittle alone played. I mean, I just can't believe that.
George Kittle pretty much did everything. I mean, I tell you what, man, George Kittle, because we didn't get a chance to really watch the game. Watching highlights of George Kittle, he looked so fast. Like so fast, faster than a wide receiver fast, and he's huge and he breaks tackles, and you get him the ball in the open field. It's
Which is nice because he started this
unbelievable.
season not doing anything, then he got hurt.
Yeah, and
But
since
now
he
he's
came
coming
back from
back.
that injury,
He's been all right. He's been
he's
nice.
Probably been. I don't know. I'd argue to say he's been the best tight end in the NFL.
Darren
since
Waller's
when
been
he
hurt
came
and hasn't been
back.
doing anything. Travis Kelce, he's been pretty quiet. I don't hear his name that often.
I feel like Kelsey's still having a pretty good year.
I don't know.
All in all,
But see, Kelsey's drops have been a lot more noticeable.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
He has dropped a
like
lot of
it's
passes.
been wild how noticeable his drops are because they're like wide open stuff, and it's just like.
yeah.
But that speaks more about the fatigue that going to like back-to-back Super Bowls really puts on you because that's a lot of football.
Oh yeah.
I just want to look at the stats real fast for the 49ers. 71 rushing yards. That's just telling me that they got away from, well, I guess Eli Mitchell had 22 carries. Maybe, I guess, it seems like they was just getting shut down in the run game.
It's kind of surprising.
Dude, he was the only running back to get a handoff.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
Besides George Kittle got a handoff.
That's weird.
Like, that's weird.
Weird.
I don't know.
Deebo
Normally,
Samuel didn't play, so that's
said
why
normally
changed
they-
their whole game plan a little bit.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
use him
know.
a lot in the
Yeah.
run game.
How about Travis Homer getting pretty much all of his yards on one run in the first quarter?
Yeah. I mean,
For
dude,
the Seahawks.
like a play like that is an absolute game changer. That touchdown right there, that trick play they had on fourth down, I mean, they won by 7 points. Like, that's one thing about having a record that you have. You're just more inept to, like, call ballsy plays like that and just send it. And it freaking worked. It was a sick
100%.
touchdown, dude. Travis Homer's fast as heck.
Yeah, and then what?
that was the fake. That was the fake
Yeah, the
punt.
fake punt that they had.
Yeah, it didn't say like fake punt. I was like, thinking,
Yeah, I
like,
apologize.
that's a good fake though. Like you're definitely not expecting a team to fake punt it from their own 27.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, and it could make things really awkward for the 49ers losing this game because, again, Bengals are next week, and you're right on that cusp of, like, making the playoffs or not making the playoffs.
7th seed.
I
So-
think the 49ers though are in the same kind of spot that the Dolphins were when we were just going over it, because they get like a awkward schedule too, where like it's
Yeah, the thing is right
weaker
now the
teams.
Niners are in and the Dolphins are out. That's the big difference there.
Yeah, because you got Bengals next week. If they win against the Bengals, makes the rest of the road a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because then
See,
they
it's so weird though because, like, for me, 49ers in the NFC are, like, by far the best team, like, fighting for a wild card spot.
100%.
Yeah.
So
Because you have the NFC East, you have the Vikings, you
Like,
have the NFC
by
South
far.
trying to make it. But yeah,
Right.
no doubt. They're the
So I
best team.
still expect them to make it, but I mean things are
Yeah.
going to get sticky if they lose to the Bengals, which who knows what's going to happen.
I mean, that's how it works, though. I mean, good teams will miss the playoffs. It happens all the time.
Yeah,
and
it
you
happens.
get stinkers that sneak
Yeah.
its way in there.
yeah, it happens.
Speaking of teams who may miss the playoffs, the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, this was a night game. I didn't watch any of it. Did the Broncos look nice at all? I know the Kansas City Chiefs defense did
Yeah, I
good
was
because
watching
they
some
had
of
a
it
lot of
whenever
fantasy
we were-
points. I feel like they had a lot of turnovers and whatnot.
Yeah, I feel like the Chiefs kind of
What do you
dominated
say, Frank?
the
The
game.
Broncos had a 20-play drive and got 0 points?
Yeah, they had a 20-play drive that resulted in a big fat goose
I mean,
egg.
that's a dagger. You do something like that,
That's so
your chances of
disappointing.
winning.
Here's the thing. At the end of a game, if you're up, that's not a big deal
Yeah, because you're just wasting clock
because you're
and stuff.
wasting clock. If you start the game off like that,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Man, that's about as big of a game changer as a 73-yard fake punt. Because
Yeah,
a
that's
team
pretty
can,
bad.
if a team can stop you
Yeah.
all the way down, like they could just let you keep walking down the field and then go, haha, 0 points.
Yeah.
But that is, I mean, the Steelers game. I mean, they were driving down the
I was
field the
gonna bring
first
that up,
drive, and then Minka
actually.
Fitzpatrick picked it off.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up,
It's
actually.
a game changer.
Yep.
That was the moment in that game.
That takes
It
a lot
was-
out of you.
That's when you realize, hey, this might be a defensive game if, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a bad throw by Lamar, too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Lamar had some bad throws. If you guys want to see our Steelers reactions, a full-on recap of that game, it's on the channel right now. Go ahead and check that out. But, dude, the Chiefs, they're getting the job done now. The fact of the matter is they're winning games again,
I mean,
and
they're winning a bunch of divisional games. They beat the Raiders, just beat the Broncos.
right. I mean, if they'll feel like it's fair to say that they have a stranglehold on the AFC West.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah, you never
like-
know, but yeah, I think they'll win it.
Right, with how things are going, it's not a lock by any means.
Oh, by no means is it a lock, but here,
Yeah, it's
here's
not a
the
lock,
thing.
but
The thing-
But now, better than ever, I feel like it's easiest to say that.
Let me put it to you this way. Okay, here's what we got. If this would load a little faster, you have the Broncos at 6-6.
Are they a threat?
No.
Well, no. Here's just the point I'm making.
Okay.
You say a stranglehold. It is by no means a stranglehold to me.
Okay.
6-6 Broncos, 6-6 Raiders, 7-5 Chargers, 8-4 Chiefs.
yeah, the records are tight. I
The
mean,
records are very tight,
But I just see the Chiefs being able to win most of, like, controlling their own destiny,
but
though.
they do control their own destiny. But here's the other thing: your next two games, Raiders, Chargers. If you lose either one of those games,
Which they've shown that they could lose to those two teams.
I mean, the Raiders always play tight against the Chiefs.
the Raiders always play tight, and I think
Yeah,
and the
Chargers
Chargers
started
have
playing
over the
tight,
past
too.
2 years. They've played very tight against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
here's the other thing: the rest of your games, the Chiefs, by the way, the rest of their games, AFC teams. So you're right; they control their own destiny. But man, if they only win 2 or 3 of those games,
Yeah.
they might be in trouble.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah.
Especially if they lose the next two.
That's fair to say. That definitely
Especially
is.
if they
I
lose
feel
the
like
next two.
yeah, just the way that they've been playing, it seems like they've been figuring stuff out. I feel pretty confident about the Chiefs. I mean, playoffs seem like almost a guarantee.
It's so
Right?
tight. Though.
It's-
Nothing's
it's
a guarantee.
just
There is
so-
no
it's
guarantees.
so awkward to me, though, because you could sit here and argue if they lose 2 out of 3 of those AFC West games,
Yeah.
which is the next 2 weeks, like they could lose the next 2 weeks, and then you might be panicking.
Yeah.
You literally might be panicking because no bias here at all. I could argue they lose to the Steelers.
Yeah, they could.
They
Oh,
could
yeah.
arguably lose to the Steelers, especially if we get Joe Hayden back by then, which
Yeah.
we should.
I mean, even said the Raiders, Chargers again.
And we've seen the Bengals against bad defenses put up 40-plus points.
Yeah.
Are they inconsistent as crap? Yes, but if they win that game,
Yeah.
Chiefs are in
Chiefs
trouble.
and Bengals play each other this year.
Yeah, the game before the end of the
Oh,
season.
AFC North plays that
Week
whole
6,
division.
week
Oh
17.
man. Oh, that's a Week 17 game.
That's the second to last week of the season. Yeah.
Dang, dude. There's
what I
going to be
mean.
so many like crazy
gonna be
games at the
insane.
end,
And then they
boys.
play-
Y'all
yeah,
got to
they play
get
the Broncos to
excited.
end the season, so they play
Oh
everybody
man,
more
I haven't even really looked ahead of the schedule yet, but just thinking about it with how close it is, there's going to be some like unbelievably like hyped games
Man,
with
I-
playoff
That's what I'm
implications on
saying.
the
In my
line.
opinion, dude, playoffs are extended this year.
Yeah, no,
Because
they
this regular
are.
season,
They
man,
are.
it's going to be insane.
All right.
But that's pretty much the Week 13 recap. Maybe we'll do a video tomorrow on the Patriots-Bills. We'll see how that game goes tonight. Also, quick shout-out to any Pitt Panther fans out there who won the ACC this year, ACC champs.
Let's go.
Let us know if you guys want us to do a video soon. I'm sure we'll do it on a little mock draft, maybe. What's going to happen this
that'd be
coming year?
fun. That'd be
Steelers,
fun.
get Kenny Pickett. Hey, I ain't going to be
Oh.
mad.
Oh.
You know?
Hey, I would be so
You
happy.
know, that would be kind of cool.
Hey, it's not going to
Let's
happen.
just
I'd
hope
be so
he
happy.
doesn't
though.
end up like James Conner always getting hurt.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't.
I'm
get
making the
hurt.
connection that they were
Yeah.
both at Pitt. But
Yeah.
that's
But hey.
beside the point.
Hey, they do what they do. But congrats, Pitt. Big win.
H2P.
Let's go, Pitt. Let's go, Steelers.
Big game tonight, boys. Let us know who you got. Patriots, Bills. I don't know what to think.
I don't either.
Go down to the comments. And yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.